At the keynote at the UX conference in Las Vegas, an attendee asked Jakob Nielsen how today's UX designs might be perceived in the future.
Yeah, I think probably if we hypothetically think about what speech people might be giving in 14 years, they will probably consider going back to look at today's products and say they were terrible. I mean, it's the same, and that is true for many other fields too, though. I mean, if you think about medicine, like when they used to draw blood was the way they want to cure people. The surgeons wouldn't wash their hands when they would move from treating a dying patient to treating a new patient. I mean, so they would infect the new patient really and make it worse. That's how medicine used to be. On the other hand, if you think about how a hospital runs today compared to how this hopefully it'll be in 50 years, doctors in 50 years will probably say, man, these butchers, in 2018, they made all these mistakes. So that's how it kind of is with progress. So I definitely really think that user experience will be vastly better in the future. I completely think so. And therefore, if people think back to today's world, they will think that it's terrible. And it is really terrible. I mean, I showed you the statistics of these very hyped up, leading products with artificial intelligence and how little people can actually use them. And that really is a disgrace. But even if you think about things that we think about being well established nicely how to do it, like check out from an e-commerce site or whatever, there's still a lot of errors happen. There's still a lot of cases where people go to a site and then they can't use it. There's a lot of those cases as well. So today's user experience is only really good compared to what we used to have. I mean, compared to what we will have, man, we're suffering today. We're just not suffering as much as we used to. So progress is now happening, but we're only halfway in the progress curve. Actually, I don't even think we're only halfway there. If we really think about kind of the potential for technology to help people be designed for humans and operate the way that really will make a broad population capable of mastering technology. I mean, if we were even 10% there, I'm not even sure. I think that there's a really vast potential for improvement ahead of us. But, I mean, I like to sort of end on a positive note rather than a negative note, because the flip side of saying that we're only 10% there is to say that, us old-timers who have already been there, we have made the progress from the 1% of potential back in the days to 10% there. And you guys, you can now have the next 90% worth of improvement that's going to happen. And I really do think it will happen. And I think that us user experience people, we are the ones who really will bring the future into being and will make the world, whether you talk about the world economy or talk about the experience of the general population, all of those type of things, being less oppressed by technology, whatever, many things, all these things that we are the ones who are actually going to be driving a lot of that future. I mean, in the past, there were other disciplines that did great work, like the steam engine engineers who invented, that was great work, nice, and the locomotive engineers who got the railroads going. I mean, all those people have done their part at making the world go better every century, and the next century is our century.